Hi, beautiful soul. I'm Mystic Mia Moksha. Thank you for being here with me on Mostly in the Moment. We have another Love Pick a Card reading here today, looking at how they feel about you right now. We have 4 piles. Pile number 1, Shooting Stars and the Celestite. Pile number 2, the Dock and Sodalite. Pile number 3, Tulips and the Rose Quartz. Pile number 4, the Hot Spring and the Amazonite. You may choose a pile based on the number, the image, or the crystal that resonates with you. I'm just going to let you know that I'm a highly spiritual reader, so these readings, although they have common topics, and I try to keep it superficial and more relatable, they do dive deep. With that said, they do resonate very deeply with you, and they will help you continue on your highest and best path and not just tell you what you want to hear. But at the same time, all my messages are very warm, very divine, and for your highest and best good. So thank you for being here and sharing this moment with me, sharing your light, and allowing me to share mine. I hope you enjoy the reading. Much love and light. Hi, pile number 1 with the Shooting Stars and the Celestite. Let's see how a person is feeling about you right now. What's your honest truth? They really want to know what's on your mind and what you're actually all about. Why do you want this connection? Why do you want to talk to them? Why do you want this to work? What do you actually think about them? They want to know more about you than you know about yourself right now. They're very curious and they want to go deep. They want to go into all the nitty-gritties and just figure out why. Why is this so important, this connection between the two of you? One step ahead is all you need. Yeah, I feel like they want to get one step ahead of you. And so, however this connection is going to go next, they really want to know what you're thinking before you think it. They want to be one step ahead of you. I feel like they want to know more than you know already. So it's kind of like, how do you, what can you do to do this? Wow, yeah. So because they do want to bring in a good, happy home, happy partnership with you. So this isn't kind of like a sketchy thing. I was like, why do they want to know, things you don't even know about yourself in this connection? Yeah, that's kind of intense. But it's because they want to bring in a partnership and a good, comfortable life with you, a good, comfortable home, energetically and physically. So they have this intense need right now to know everything you feel and think about them and the connection with the two of you. Your hopes, your dreams with them, individually, what your hopes and dreams are, what you want for your future, everything, every little detail. It sounds kind of crazy, and I'm not sure if it's it sounds like this person really loves you and that they are not insane and that they are just showing their passion for you in the connection in a very intense way. But I don't know, they might have some Scorpio in their chart or something, or strong Scorpio placement. Mars, move forward and defend self. Yeah, so I'm getting they have this very strong energy to move forward with their life right now and with this connection right now. It's very intense. The first house, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. Wow. So I feel like their curiosity about you and this deep, intense curiosity is one of their traits, their natural traits. They're just very inquisitive, curious, like all consuming. Like they're probably the kind of person that's like, I gotta have your mind, body, and soul, and without like one or the other, like this connection doesn't matter to me, which is a very Scorpio energy. But yeah, I am getting this kind of like, I have to have all of you, and I need to know like more about you than anyone else, and I also need to know more about you than you even know about yourself right now. Like I'm going to make you discover things about yourself and learn things about yourself because I want to know. They're very intense about this. Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, progressive imaginings. Yeah. I feel like this person is just kind of like the things that they want to know, the things that they're curious about other people about is very different than most people. So I'm getting that this isn't like a normal trait. Like typically you don't see this kind of behavior from people. But I feel like there's if this doesn't describe the person that you're thinking of, this is like a side of them that you are not very aware of or you've only seen a glimpse of, but it's coming out to the forefront very intensely right now if this connection is to move forward. Because I don't know, they have like this kind of controlling part of them that they kind of, maybe they're discovering this kind of controlling part. Maybe it's just coming up within them. But it's very intense, but I don't see it as anything too bad right now. Honestly, I just see it as someone who's very kind of forward-thinking and forward-moving and just kind of eccentric and unique in their approach to life and relationships. How do they feel about you right now? King of Cups, yeah, see, so the Four of Wands and the King of Cups both came out this way, and I feel like is like energy coming to you, the energy that they're bringing to you, which is happy home, happy marriage, and also, you know, a partner filled with love, bringing in so much love into this connection. So that's why I'm like saying, I'm like, I don't think this is like a really like negative intensity. I feel like it's a very like flattering and complimentary and nice kind of intensity, like someone who wants to explore the depths of your consciousness or something. It's very intense. And hey, I feel like if they're down for it, then you're probably someone, if you're connecting with them, then you're probably someone who's like down for it, or at least for a short while. But you're probably interested in that kind of stuff. Okay, so how do they feel about you? Beauty and happiness. Hibiscus. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. I feel like they can take such a small part of you or the connection and blow it up into like 100 different ideas, 100 different perspectives, 100 different like topics of conversation. And it's like, it's that kind of intensity. Like they can take like something like, oh, this bad habit that you have, or this good habit that you have, or this nice like ability or skill that you have, and like they can blow it up into like 100 different topics throughout the day or throughout the week or something like that. Like they're able to think a lot about one small little thing, which is why, I don't know, when they find something interesting like this connection, they want to like expand it and get into it. The Garden Heliotrope. Devotion and dreams fulfilled. Yeah, this person is devoted. It might come off in a very extreme way, but it is flattering and it's not threatening. It's not obsessive. It's more just, it's kind of like they found their new favorite interest or passion project, or you know, passion in life. not calling you a hobby, not calling the connection between the two of you a hobby, but it's kind of like, their newfound obsession, the thing that they really want to like dive deep into and like learn all about, something like that. But I feel like I want to do it justice, like how they feel about you and what they're actually thinking, because like it's very unique. Aquarius energy is like very unique to them. They're very, very passionate about it. It's very obvious to you, and it's like more intense than like I would like to tell you. And but it's very unique to this person. What kind of flowers do you like? What did you eat for breakfast when you were 7 years old? Like, I don't know, just like all these things. What's every scar that you've gotten? How many times have you like fallen in your life, and why, and what circumstances? It's like, I don't know, it's so much. Like, why? It's kind of, I think it is overwhelming, but I don't think you like mind it, because it's like interesting. Like, you're like, oh, I don't really think about these things, and it's about me and it's about us, so I don't mind sharing this kind of stuff. Just don't murder me. I'm just kidding. They're not gonna murder you. They're just very they're different, and it's like a good different. Like, I feel like they're bringing out a different side of them, and they want to share that with you. They're fascinated by you. They're really interested about learning about you, and not for any like nefarious reasons, not for anything bad, just because, I don't know, they have like unique interests. I feel like they're studying you. And like, I know how that can feel. Like, you might feel like you're under a microscope, or like it's kind of like makes you feel weird, like someone's always watching you and watching your little things. But I feel like it's the way that they show affection and attention to you. It's a weird quirk, but I think it's also endearing. And I think over time, like, the reason for this quirk will be more apparent. Like, I feel like there's a reason for it. Like, maybe you're both supposed to like discover things about each other and the human nature, and about love connections with each other that you probably wouldn't have if you weren't with someone who was so very, looked at these things very differently. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Okay, so I feel like this connection went through a little bit of something, because I feel like this isn't the first, like, you haven't really seen this side of them this intensely, but they're bringing it out very strongly now. So I feel like it's for a reason. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So yeah, this is like there's like a lot of like intricacies about this connection. It's very fascinating, very unique. I do get that it's like, it is, there's a reason to like this. There's a reason to this intensity. There's this reason of you learning like little things about each other. It's not like, it is cute, but it's not like for cute reasons. It's like for some sort of like unlocking something in each other kind of thing. What is this for? You're willing to cooperate with them. You understand that this is this has a deeper meaning, even if you don't know exactly what that is yet. Yeah, and you wouldn't have to wait long to figure out what that reason is. But I do feel like you are playing 21 questions with this person, like every day, like every night, every like text message, every phone call, every date or meetup or something. It's just, you're like they're constantly asking you questions, and you feel like you have to ask them questions back. And at first it's kind of like unusual or weird, but then you both kind of like get into this groove, and then it turns into something like really fascinating. Like I feel like this is like an experiment that like spirit, that the divine has having you two do, and it's gonna yield like very unique results and very profound results. And you two might be like the leading couple on something new here. I think this has to do with kind of like the love energy kind of expanding on the planet right now. Yeah, the Empress in reverse. Let's see what this is all for. How is this all coming together? If you believe there's something better. Okay, so both of you kind of feel like there's like a higher level of love out there. And so at first it might freak you out because you feel like you're under the microscope and someone's like studying you, but then you start studying them and you both start studying the connection, and it kind of makes this like, I don't know, intense connection and bond. It might scare the two of you because like, oh, where is this gonna go? But I feel like like something really good comes out of this. Okay, so what else would they want to say to you? How do they feel about you? I want to tell you how I feel. That's an understatement. They definitely want to tell you how they feel. Maybe they have like a kind of explanation for this, but I feel like they don't kind of truly understand it either. They might give you kind of like a basic explanation, but I don't think they understand the complexities of this kind of experiment with you. But it's a good sign that they want to tell you how they feel. I knew exactly what I was doing. Okay, so I'm getting that in the past they might have been setting things up for the two of you to get into this intense connection, to be able to do this. So I that's why I kept saying, I'm like, I think this is something that's like hidden within them. They kept hidden this kind of like, I want to kind of explore the human mind of the person I love and our connection. It's very like mad scientist vibes, but I'm getting that like subconsciously, subliminally, like a little bit, they knew that they were kind of locking you down. It sounds so creepy. This sounds so creepy, but I promise you it's not creepy. They're trying to like kind of catch you. That's worse. They're trying to, make like let you know that they actually like love you and want a real partnership with you, but they also kind of wanted to like hint at you that they want to do something different in this connection. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, I keep saying like, yeah, it yields really good results. Like you two have like a really strong partnership, a really strong family and home life, really like abundant life, very prosperous, successful. Like, so whatever they're doing, I mean, like, I would say go for it. I mean, listen to your own intuition, but I feel like this kind of like asking each other like 21 questions, things that you're curious about, or just random things or small things every day or like very often, like it ends up like getting somewhere kind of cool. Okay, and then last messages of how they feel. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a whole new world into being. So I feel like you two are kind of like leading this whole new, higher dimensional, more profound, deeper love connections onto the world. Like, I feel like you two, maybe that's why they get this. I feel like they might be the more masculine energy, whether they're male or female. And this like Mars, masculine energy, forward pushing, like house one, very, very like, I don't care who sees it anymore. I don't care if they know this part about me. I'm gonna let my true self shine in this connection now. Now that I showed them that like I actually genuinely care about them and actually genuinely love them and want to be with them. Now I can like release this kind of very eccentric, unique part of myself that wants to explore like a deeper connection with this person. And I feel like they're kind of leading the way. This is really cool. Yeah, I feel like only in your dreams, only in people's dreams, in your dreams, do people like actually see these kinds of connections actually happen in real life. 10 of Cups, are you kidding? The 10 of Pentacles and now the 10 of Cups. They are birthing a new kind of happiness in romantic relationships. And they're doing it with you, and it's very, very pleasant. It's otherworldly. I mean, it's Six of Pentacles. It's there's a lot of like give and take. Like you two are working together more than a lot of couples do, like day to day. Like I feel like once you get into a couple, you kind of forget to ask the other person questions and act like you're still dating that person. And I feel like they keep doing that, and it's not unpleasant. Like these questions, like I mentioned before, it's very like it's really interesting. It might be odd at first, but then it turns into something like where it turns like tantric emotionally and physically. It like adds a depth to this connection that many people forget to kind of pursue after getting into relationships. So this is really interesting. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like and comment. I almost said lock this down. I'm reviving the channel, and it's like getting going again. It's almost like I've started from scratch. So any comments could really help. I appreciate it. Much love and light. Hi, pile number 2 with the Dock and Sodalite. Let's see how your person feels about you. Whoa. Kind of spiraled out of control. Rise. Wow. So I feel like this connection is leveling up, and I feel like they're really stepping up in this connection, and they really want to see you rise. They want to see themselves rise, and this connection rise with it. I see 3 wings on each side. So yeah, it's like you, them, and the connection. They want to see, both of you individually succeed in your own individual goals, and for both of you mutually to succeed in your combined goals. Make a mission statement for your soul. Yeah. So I feel like they're like, what do you really want? How can I help you get there? And then this is what I want. Like, this is how you can help me get there. This is what I want from you. And like, what do we want together? I feel like this is like an important conversation that they're having with you, kind of like trying to figure out like, okay, what are our next steps? How can we use this connection to each of our advantage and really kind of level up? And it's really nice that they're kind of initiating this and that they want to do this with you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that card went spiraling off the table, and then a pile of decks like went off the table. So I feel like this person's very eager and they have a lot of power behind them, but I feel like it's kind of Scorpio. Yeah. Intensity, exploring, purging, and renewing. It's very like I'm storming forward and not really realizing like all the chaos they're creating behind them. It's like they're being a force of nature, but they're knocking down a bunch of trees behind them, and they're not really noticing. So it's like, yeah, they're ready to rise. They're ready for the connection to rise, but I feel like they're leaving a lot of wreckage in their path. The 10th house, structure, discipline, life, mission, accomplishments, and career. Yeah, this person is kind of very nervous that they won't be able to accomplish what they've always wanted to in their career. I feel like this kind of like quarter life, midlife, 3/4 life crisis, where it's like, when am I going to like accomplish the things that I've always dreamt of doing? Like, the years are going by. I need to, like, they're really getting this fear, okay, and feeling of like, I need to make moves. And so they feel that you're involved, because this is how they feel about you, right? So they feel you're very involved in their life. And so it's kind of like, I need to tell them about this, how strongly I feel about accomplishing things in my life, but I don't want them to feel like I'm putting my career goals above them. And I want them to know that, like, having this connection succeed, having them succeed in what, having you succeed in what you want to do, and having the connection succeed in both the goals that you had for this connection and their own individual goals, like, matters to them. They want to come off successful. They want to feel accomplished, and they feel like, time's running out. So what is going on? Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, so I feel a strong sense of, like, they are in a rush to form a legacy, and they will do it. They will do it. Yeah, they're definitely eager for it. Knight of Wands, the Magician, and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords just kind of fell out. And I just see the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like, yeah, they might seem like they have just like a flurry of ideas, and they're just kind of like too excited, and they might be making moves when they're not ready, and actually they are ready. And they might be causing a whirlwind behind them, but like it's kind of necessary sometimes, right? Someone needs to put their foot down. Someone needs to make plans. Someone needs to, they have like aggressive motivation right now, aggressive energy to kind of push forward. It's kind of like, sometimes you just kind of have to let those people kind of do their thing, because like, they're in it. They're like, they can see it, they can feel it, they can taste it, they can smell it, and like they have a vision, and they just need to go for it, and they have a lot of energy right now to kind of start it and to move things forward. And so you just kind of have to let them do their thing, and like they're incorporating you into this. So like, if you want, you can jump onto this person's like forward momentum and make a lot of big moves with them. Okay, so how do they feel about you? White Rose, new start and wisdom. Yeah, that is definitely the energy I'm getting. They do feel like they've gained a lot of wisdom from you, from this connection, from life. They feel like you're a very wise person too. Like they wouldn't be telling you this and wanting to do this with you if they didn't think that you were a very wise person, a very strong partner, very like-minded, and wanted to start something long-lasting too, like a legacy kind of thing. Yeah, I like how there's two butterflies here, and white roses always remind me of like purity and divine energy. So there's a lot of synergy between the two of you. There's a definitely, like, if you want to jump on this energy, like, I totally recommend it, because this is like good kind of pre-workout energy I'm getting. Like, they're ready to go. They're ready to roll. Lily, majesty and virtue. Yeah, there's something about this that's very, I don't know, profound. there's a sense of something bigger than yourself, like with this like legacy thing and this majesty, like this kind of regal feeling. I feel like they have very, very big dreams, but they know that you and them are very, very capable of manifesting and accomplishing big, big goals for yourself. And I feel like that's kind of something that you two have talked about in the past. And it's kind of like, where did that energy go? Where did that drive and momentum go? And so both of you know that the other has this kind of ability, the wisdom, the experience, the right type of energy, very divine, very like a king and queen who can handle the kingdom, you know? Like you have the ability to build this big thing and to lead it or to make it or to build it. Like there's real capability here, and they want you to be right next to them on their throne. Magnolia, I mean, like white rose, lily, magnolia, and all of these are like white in these pictures too. Nobility and self-esteem. Wow. From wisdom to majesty to nobility. So I do feel like, yeah, self-esteem for sure. Like they definitely are very confident about this, but they're also very confident in you. They feel like you have the ability to do all this too, and with them. So I feel like there's definitely a sense of like regal energies here with majesty and nobility. And I think that's because I don't know, I feel like you two are building a kingdom or building a really big business or something that will turn big. Big community, a big family, a big passion project. Like it's not like a lot of people can kind of pull this off either, but they know that they can with you. And I feel like you both kind of like dreamt about it at some point in the past or something. Talked about it at least. Mentioned it at least. A win-win outcome is forecasted. Full moon in Libra. Yes, I do feel like this is going to be good on many fronts. Like it's going to be good for both of your career or your life or your retirement plan, or for your family, something that you leave behind. Good for the world, but also good for the life you kind of want to live, life's luxuries. But also it's really good for the connection. It's really good for the both of you, the romantic love relationship between the two of you. I mean, this is going to feed both of your souls so deeply that it's going to have a profound effect on this connection. Prosperity lies ahead. Wow, new moon in Taurus. Libra, Taurus, a lot of Venus energy, which is good with money, which is good with love, and also good with things you're passionate about. Mission statement for your soul. Soul is rising. Therefore, the connection is rising. I don't know. They really want to. They really feel. I mean, this kind of energy doesn't come outward unless you have it within you, right? So they really feel very lucky to know you and to have a connection with you. They feel a lot of love from you, a lot of love in this connection. It's very balanced, equal amount of very profound and powerful love between the two of you, and that you two both have the potential to make a lot of abundance, have a lot of success and prosperity, which is a huge compliment to you. And with these like Venus energies, like, I mean, they have a lot of love for you. They already feel so lucky and so successful and so prosperous being with you. And so they're like, things are good as they are, but we can do so much more. Okay. This connection. How do they feel about you? King of Swords, this energy to you. I'm almost getting like they want to turn back? Can we turn back the clock? I feel like something you said to them before, I feel like you're the one who kind of like wanted something like this to happen in the past, and you might have mentioned something to them once, twice, or many times. And like this dream that you had, maybe you mentioned the dream or this kind of goal for the connection or something like that. And they're like, I wish I listened to you more seriously back then, or I wish we followed up on that, or I wish I could like rewind time and so that we have more time to work on this, and like I was on board when you were, but now they're trying to get you on board. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. Yeah, something like, but it wasn't the right timing back then. It wasn't the right timing back then. So even though they wish they could reverse, rewind back time to that energy when you were so full of hope and dreams for the potential of this connection, they, I think both of you recognize like that probably wasn't a right time, back then to do this kind of stuff. Okay, so how else do they feel about you? How else do they feel about you? Trust. I mean, underscore this, because if there's like one, very strong, like, defining term for this connection, how they feel about you, it's trust. They trust you with all their being, and that's a very, very strong emotion to have towards someone, because it's like you can be vulnerable with that person, you can open up to that person almost completely, probably completely. You can rely on that person, you feel safe with that person, you feel protected with that person, and you can build something more with that person. It's a very, very important way that they feel about you in this connection. No need to worry, and to get more information, So no need to worry. This connection, like, it's like, I feel like Spirit saying, like, you don't need to worry about what taking on this new energy with them is going to be like. But to get more information, I am going to look. So I feel like you two need to kind of brainstorm a little bit more, but just the two of you, like maybe not reach too far outside of your own circle. I feel like you're not going to get much information outside of each other. This is both of your dreams, and you have the ideas. Like, you know how sometimes when you have like a project that you're working on or something, and then everyone has their, like, and you talk to your friends or family and people about it because you're very interested in it, or it's your life, or some I don't know, passion project or something, and everyone has their 2 cents. It's like, did I ask you? It's like, do you think you can do this better? Okay, you do it. Like, they have no idea what it entails, or like, you have a vision and you're the only one who's capable of manifesting it the way you want it, and like everyone else can like try to throw in their vision, but it's like, no, it's not going to work because it's not your vision. You have a very clear vision, they have a very clear vision of this thing. The only thing you two have to do is really like combine it. But I would not ask other people for their opinions, because that would not help. It's not their vision, it's your and this person's vision. Okay, so what do they feel about you? I am grateful for the spiritual lesson, and it fell on this full moon and Libra card, a win-win outcome. So I do feel like they're very grateful for being very balanced with you and having a good life with you, a good connection with you. But I'm getting like there's a but. It's like, but I think if we have the potential to do more in this life, maybe we should. You know? Let's see how. I am not available. I feel like this is like kind of you two kind of, you know, putting your out of office, you know, thing on. Like I feel like the two of you really, you know, buckle down and get serious about this dream. It's like, okay, we're going to do this crazy thing that not many people do in their life because it's crazy, because it's so, you know, it's a huge risk, and that's why most people don't do it, but we're the kind of people that can do it. So you two get serious about it. There's a real good chance, if you so choose to and they so choose to, that you two kind of buckle down and really, you know, figure out the details and start making this happen. Okay, how else do they feel about you? Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Yeah, I got that with the real like Venus energies. No, don't worry, trust, because I feel like there might have been a little bit of kind of doubt that came up for you. Not so much fear, but doubt about, yeah, but how can we maintain our mental, emotional, physical health and, like, you know, support each other and nurture each other while taking on these big tasks. 'Cause I feel like it's not just like a mutual goal. Like both of you discuss kind of like individual big goals that you want to do too. And like it's great if you both kind of like are starting something together, and then you have your own individual hobbies or goals or something like that that's like a little bit smaller. But I feel like it's like, no, your big goal, their big goal, and the connection's huge goal. It's a huge undertaking. So I feel like it's a little bit of a doubt that comes up for you with like, how are we going to be able to take care of ourselves? This is like crazy. Like, what if we are constantly burning out? What if we don't have the resources? What if this, that, and the other thing? But I'm getting from Spirit like, yeah, don't worry. But you two can solve any kind of issues or problems just between the two of you, at least in the beginning. Yeah, and I feel like for a short while, you two, if you both choose to do this, move forward with this, kind of go into hermit mode together for a little bit, completely enjoying this time together, not getting sick of each other, very much interested and passionate about the work that you're doing, not even it feeling like work, and yeah, really enjoying the process. But it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like kind of like you have to be rude, like, you know, the kind of thing I said, like, oh yeah, they're causing this huge like destruction in the wake of their like path, in the wake of this storm, this powerful energy. It's kind of like, well, you know, sometimes when something very powerful is manifesting very quickly and, you know, beautifully and divinely, like a big Mother Nature natural event, you know, sometimes those things need to happen. And sometimes you get to appreciate the power behind it. There's so much divinity here, so much royalty. I mean, this is, you know, ready to manifest. You're both ready to manifest something extremely divine into this world. It's like you're a king and queen birthing a nation, birthing a kingdom. You know? You're going to be like the mother and father of something grand. And that might cause a few twigs to fall. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like and a comment. Likes. Thank you for being on top of that. Likes have been really helping me. Comments can really help me too. It's kind of like starting from scratch again, not being on YouTube for a year, but luckily with all your help, I've been able to kind of get closer to where I was before I took the break, and definitely moving ahead very, very nicely because of your help, because I get to help you and you help me, we help each other, we help the world, right? So I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light. Hi, pile number 3 with the tulips and the rose quartz. Let's see how your person is feeling about you. Welcome the divine masculine. Okay. So this has been kind of a theme of kind of very strong, action-oriented kind of energy coming into the connection. This person does want you to kind of welcome them with open arms. And I feel like they're like, I've arrived. And they expect you to kind of just welcome them, hug them, give them a kiss on the cheek, and be like, yes, you're home. You're finally home, huh? So they are feeling very warm towards you, and that they want to enter into your life again, or enter into your life in a bigger way, with more, I feel like more of a presence. Nourish the sacred feminine. Are you kidding me? The masculine and feminine energy coming in right next to each other. We have the sun here and the moon here. Wow, okay. And I feel like the other person, whether you're the more masculine or feminine energy, is like, well, take care of me well, and I will, welcome you with open arms. Very, very, like, good energy here of, like, working together well. Good, like, it's a good luck sign I'm getting. So this is a good luck sign that you're both kind of willing to be open, be more present in the connection, and kind of open to this being, I keep saying open, like more open to the other person, more receptive towards the other person, more receptive, accepting, sorry. Sextile, a combination of tension and flow. Yeah. Potential and a rewarding situation. Yeah. So there is a definite, like, it's very warm. Like, you both are very kind of willing to kind of be more present in this connection. But at the same time, it's a little bit of, like, passive aggressiveness. Like, yeah, like, oh, you want me to just, like, welcome you in? Like, okay, then I'll do that if you take care of me. Like, like, it's a lot of wit, a lot of, like, cute banter, but a little bit of kind of like, okay, you want to be more present in this connection. I'm willing to match you, but I'm not going to forget what has come before, like, I'll believe it when you, like, show me. But yeah, it does, because you two are both, like, very open and willing to be more present in this connection, it does yield a positive outcome. It just might be a little bit, like, I don't know, it's kind of like, when you're been in an argument with someone for a while, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're good, yeah, don't worry, we're good, and then, like, I don't know, a day or two later, it's like, yeah, that's fine, I trust you, but remember the time when you did this? It's like, I don't know how much I trust you if, that happened. It's like, oh, really? I thought you were over it, that kind of feeling. So I'm getting, there's a little bit of, like, underlying resentment, or kind of, I don't know, things from the past that you can't really let go because it happened. Jupiter, grow and expand. Yeah, but this is good luck. Good luck. But like, I feel like you're both willing to kind of look past that, grow and expand. So only in the beginning is there like a little bit of like, haha, like I love you, and I'm glad that we're both kind of decide to be more present in this connection and with each other, and kind of like, you know, welcome each other, the new version of each other. I believe that you want to be a new version of who you were, and I want to believe that I'm a new version of myself too, but you know, we'll see. And that caused a little bit of tension and friction in the beginning, but all like while smiling at each other and trying to be positive. But that does kind of, you do grow out of that situation very quickly, because this is very lucky, and the tension is only in the beginning. You are both very welcoming to the other person's like new version of themselves, to this new version of the connection, being more open with each other, more welcoming, more accepting. Yeah, so all that. And fire. Confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. There's a lot of optimistic energy here. So both of you, I mean, I feel like this works because you're both very optimistic and want this to work, and want to be able to be this new version of yourselves, and want this new version of the connection. So, you know, whether this connection is something that like that's new or rekindled or leveling up, I feel like you're both you're both positive, you're both in a really good place, and that's what makes this work. You do rekindle this fire, and you're both kind of confident that this will work. Like, you will continue being this new version of yourself. They'll continue being this new version of themselves. This connection will be renewed and not go back to the old ways. Only in the beginning is there a little bit of doubt. Some more about this energy. Wow, yeah, the Fool card. Yeah, this is starting brand new, fresh. And there's like a sense that you both kind of already done the review work. So I feel like if you two have been kind of talking about this, you both kind of knew that this was coming. If you haven't, it's kind of like you two have been doing a lot of healing work and reviewing work of this connection, of your past love connections, of your life in general, of yourself, who you were, where you are now, who you were in connections, like in love connections, who you are now in love connections, where the two of you were before, where you two are now. Be very open and receptive to like what this could be. Being very optimistic. So that's good. And overall, they feel very lucky and happy and willing to do what it takes. And like they have put in a lot of work. You have put in a lot of work. And this is gonna, if you both kind of choose to renew this connection, or start this connection, or rekindle this connection, it's going to work very well. Yellow rose, enthusiasm and friendship. Yeah, there's a lot of friendly vibes going on, and both of you are very enthusiastic, like very like on board for this thing. So that's why it works, because both of you are very positive, but you're also very like optimistic, and you're both very friendly with each other, having a good time. You're both very like, yeah, this is what we're doing. I'm so excited to do this, and very encouraging each other. And like the motivation does not die. Each day texting each other, like very excited, talking to each other very excitedly, and it doesn't die. You know, the hope and the fun and the positivity and the optimism like continues, and that's why you two make it on this next level. Snapdragon, graciousness and benevolence. I feel like the two of you actually, you both said that you're changed as a person, and that this connection will therefore be also changed for the better. And I don't know, the two of you are actually like acting the part. You're being very nice and courteous to each other, being very like not putting on a fake face, like really honestly being in a good place, so good that like you can see it in each other. You two are in such a good place that you can help other people, and the way that you interact with other people, even if they say something that should have triggered you in the past or should have got you mad in the past, like it doesn't, and it just like rolls off your back. So you both actually do see this kind of change in each other. Violet and Dahlia. So the Violet, faithfulness and modesty. Yeah, you both are very, I don't know, it's like turning a new leaf. It's kind of like a born again situation where it's just kind of, I don't know, you're both kind of just so faithful to each other, and you choose, like, you're not going to do something to make the other person jealous on purpose or make the other person upset on purpose, and really like you're there to like help them out. If you see them struggling with like the door, when they're carrying a lot of stuff, you like help them open the door, you go grab some bags from them and stuff like that. Which, I don't know, I feel like there might have been a little bit of that in the past, but I feel like it was forgotten, or it wasn't appreciated, or it like kind of it turned quickly. It turned into something not so good quickly. But yeah, there's a kind of like this feeling of like acting the part. It's like, okay, this is who I choose to be. This is who you chose to be. This is the kind of couple we choose to be. Let's act the part. So both of you kind of like start acting the part, which is kind of cool, because like both of you kind of become the people and the couple that you want to be, and therefore have the kind of life you want. And it just kind of, it's really, I feel like you both are like, oh, this is really cool to see, because you're like living the life you've always wanted, as the person you've always wanted to be, with the person that you always wanted to be with, just better. And dignity. Wow. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of respect amongst each other, with each other. You both feel kind of very lucky to be this person now, and to be with that person, and to have this life together. They definitely feel like they stepped up because of you, and like you make them a better person. And they like, I don't know, this with these like words like gracious, benevolence, faithful, modesty, dignity. Like, I feel like they've really kind of leveled up in their life. They've become a very like a person of respect, and I feel like they're kind of saying they owe it all to you a little bit. Like, you might have been their motivation, inspiration, or you probably maybe helped them out to become this person a lot. However much influence you had on them, like, it was pretty big. Whether you were like hands-on or just kind of more of an inspiration, like it's been because of you that they become like this very, like this person that they respect, this person that lives a life that they thought would never happen for them. And they also see that you were the one to push them, because you did it too. You did it for yourself. You did it to become the person you want to be, and to make the life you want happen. You are a huge inspiration to them. I mean, they really love and appreciate you for that. A time to give rather than take. I feel like both of you are just kind of like giving to each other and the connection so much. This is so bizarre. Like, you might think this is so bizarre, like if this hasn't already happened yet. Because like, this is like, you're both so loving and so careful how you come across the other person, respectful of their feelings, treat the other person like they're your most favorite person in the world, and you don't want to do anything wrong or anything to hurt them. You want to keep the vibes positive, or you want to be there for them if they're hurt, and they would do the same thing for you. It's kind of very bizarre. It's kind of like you're living a different life. It almost might feel like you're living a lie, because of how good this person is treating you. This person feels it too. It's like kind of like, is this fake? Are we being fake right now? Is this a fake life? Like, do we have a fake connection? It's like, no, you two genuinely love each other and genuinely want to make a really loving, successful, prosperous love connection. And the way that you do it is actually being really nice to each other, really being there for each other, really positive and optimistic about the connection. And it's just so, it feels bizarre. I know both of you are like, that this feels bizarre. Your commitment is being tested. Yeah. And the last card, step out of your comfort zone. Yeah. It is slightly uncomfortable because you two aren't used to treating each other this way. It's kind of like you're both waiting for like things to go back to the way they were, and you two kind of ignoring each other or not caring about each other as much, or kind of doing your own thing, or not caring as much as you both are now. This is kind of cool. Like, you're both kind of really pushing for this and giving it all you got, like really giving this connection and the other person like all your attention and focus, and really making this work. I think the only test that your commitment is taking on is, can you get over the fact that this is the new you and the new them and the new connection, and let the feeling of this is fake and this is bizarre go away, and actually let it become your new normal. So that's the only like test I'm getting. Okay, so let's see how they feel about you. How else do they feel about you? The situation will prove a year from now. So I do feel like this is something that starts now, and I feel like in just a year you will find like significant changes in this connection. Like, it feels bizarre now, but in a year from now I feel like it's gonna feel like this connection is magic. And it might feel like you two have barely gotten into any fights, maybe one or two conflicts, little disagreements, if anything. But it feels like the two of you haven't really gotten into a fight, have been really loved and supported by the other person. And like, it's this bizarre feeling that you are the new you and they are the new they, and this connection is the new, better, best version of this connection could be. It doesn't feel bizarre anymore, and it's actually your new normal. Wow. This is a lot of good luck. I feel like this is like being divinely guided. The magician magic. Yeah, I feel like all areas of both of your lives kind of like fit, like settle and improve, and they kind of fit with each other. Like, your schedules work well with each other. You're both, working on health and communication and passion and, whatever your creative pursuits are, your career pursuits, and like everything just kind of, family pursuits, like everything just kind of works together so well. So it's like, that's it. That's all we have for you. Page of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like in the beginning, it's kind of it's kind of like starting a bunch of new little things, and it's kind of hard to like keep up, or kind of like it's like so many little things, like, oh yeah, I want to make sure that like I grab this like little gift that I want for them, that they mentioned that they want for dinner or dessert tonight, or I want to, surprise them with that friend that they mentioned they knew when they were younger, or like, what are these examples channeling through right now? They want to like be able to plan that trip that you said that you want to like go on. It's like a lot of like little things, and it's like, is this like real? Is this doable? Is this something that like that can be kept up? Like, I don't see other people, like other couples, constantly buying little gifts for each other for like the rest of their lives, or continuing to like kind of devote themselves to this connection and really keep up with it like on a daily basis. Like, this is like out of a movie. Like, actually, it's not even. It's so unrealistic that they haven't even made it into a movie. Like, this seems so unreal. Right, so that's what I'm getting. 4 of Cups in reverse, like, but then it slowly turns into something that is so like part of your daily life, and it continues to be something of interest for both of you, and you both seem to kind of find it interesting, and it continues to allow you to grow, and you continue to be creative in the way that you make each other happy and support each other and love each other. It's kind of turns into like, it does turn into like a daily thing. It turns into like a good habit between the two of you. You and I were too young. So I feel like when this connection like first started or something, or whatever happened before, like it was, you both were kind of too spiritually young. You both kind of weren't like spiritually mature yet. You didn't know who you wanted to be exactly, or you might have thought you knew who you wanted to be, or the kind of life you wanted, or the kind of partner you wanted. And so it's kind of like the two of you were maybe spiritually too immature. I bury myself in work to forget you. So and all this time, whether you've been together or little to no communication, or kind of broke it off, or this is like a new thing, I feel like, or a newer thing, I feel like the two of you kind of had to separate to kind of like do this intense kind of inner work, and it kind of paid off. But at the end, at the back of both of your minds, in the back of both of your spirits, your souls, the reason that you were doing this was the other person for this life, to be these people, to be this couple. So even though if you did all this work and you buried them in your mind, they probably tried to forget you, but every single time that they're working, their soul, their spirit knew why. Okay, last message. What does your person feel about you? Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So this is Spirit saying like, this person is putting their trust in you, and you're putting your trust in this person, and you're both putting your trust in your individual and mutual path together. I feel like in the past, if you knew this was going to happen, you probably wouldn't have put in the work. But now that you two know this is happening, and it is happening and unfolding in front of your eyes, like miracles every day for like a year until it comes like your new normal. Now that you know that you're supported by the divine and by each other, what will you do? All right, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like and a comment if it resonated. To be honest, like every single like and every single comment is helping me so much right now. I it's kind of ridiculous. Like it's really like for the first time, the YouTube algorithm is finally recommending my videos after 5 years. So please like and comment, even if it's just like an emoji. It really, really helps me. I really appreciate it. You help me, I help you, we help the world. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light. Hi, pile number 4 with the hot springs and the Amazonite. Let's see how your person is feeling about you. Raw intention. Wow. Okay. Find your sacred flow. Okay, with this like orange sacral chakra energy, I am getting that they are feeling raw passion, raw desire for you. And it's kind of like a sacred sexual energy, not like just they saw a person that they like, so they want to do it with you. No, this is kind of like way deeper than that. This is like they're reaching into the depths of their soul, and the depths of their soul wants to, hold your body and move with your body and, be with your body. And it's more of it might come off sexual, but it's not toxic sexual energy. It's actually very sacred, pure, and divine. And it's kind of like you don't need to use words. You don't need to use your emotions. You just have to move with each other. Very, very strong energies. Shift the way to new potentials. So I feel like they want to kind of move and flow with you into something new. I feel like they want to like literally move with you, maybe like dance with you or go swimming with you, or I feel like it's like, even if they have this very like sacred sexual energy with you, it would be like you two wouldn't even have to have like actual intercourse. It would just mostly be like moving with each other and just like very sensual touching or something. And I feel like that's gonna inspire something new in this connection. Just this really raw, like being with each other, moving with each other, next to each other, very close to each other. Let's see, the 9th house, spiritual growth. So I do feel in order to grow spiritually, the two of you have to be together physically. So if you're in little to no communication, if you've been in a relationship for a long time with this person, or this is something new, in order to move forward, because I feel like you two are very well primed for the next thing in this connection, you need to be physically close to this person. And physically move and kind of just be in a sacred flow with that person. In order to kind of shift into the new cycle, let's shift into the new life path together. Shift into the new timeline together. Water, yeah, going with the flow. So we have spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. I feel like there's a sense of like just moving with this person, like physically moving and being around them when they're moving. Like I'm getting like you can be like sparring, dancing, swimming, sensually touching, just playfully wrestling, or running next to each other, hiking next to each other. Like I'm trying to whenever you get into kind of a flow state with your body, it could be like you're painting next to each other, playing music next to each other. Whenever you can get your body into a flow state, I'm getting more where something where you move your body more and closer with each other rather than kind of like jogging, like kind of close to each other. It's more like dancing is a good way of describing this energy. However you can like dance with each other physically with your bodies. It could be just like being able to be close enough to each other physically to let this kind of flow happen with your energies between the two of you. It will help bring in new energies or the next thing. Let's see what this is. Okay, the Five of Pentacles, and it kind of rolled behind me. So I feel like I'm getting like the two of you have been locked out of the house for long enough. It might have almost felt like you two were being punished. At least they feel like it. They feel like maybe you were punishing them, or God was punishing the both of you. The universe was punishing the both of you. And it just felt like, I don't know, maybe both of you always kept getting like different health problems, or kind of kept being separated, or something along those lines. Like it always felt like the two of you couldn't physically get close or physically get into that sacred flow with your bodies together. So it kind of felt like you were being punished. But some new information is coming out. I feel like they are realizing something new, and that's changing their feelings about you. I'm going to pull one more card, because like, what is this? What did they just find out? Ooh, the World card. So they just found out that their whole world is completely changing. Their whole reality, their whole past huge cycle is ending, and they are thinking of you. They're thinking of you. They're thinking of, I don't know, maybe something about like you were right, or you were right for me, or let's see. What is going on? How do they feel? They found something out that changed their world on its head, and that changed the way they see you. And now they have this kind of draw to be with you close physically, or be with you physically in a way that they haven't before, or be physically with you like they have in the past. And it's like, I don't know. So try to see what this is about. Prosperity and compassion, the peony. They're ready for this connection to prosper, and they have so much compassion for you now. So I feel like they kind of maybe judged you or something, or judged the situation between the two of you. And like they have new information that's come to light, or they just kind of figured something out in their minds, and like it just kind of popped into their head. Whether they actually Googled and figured out this information, or they found out from a friend of a friend, or a person that you both know, or I don't know, some social media thing, or I don't know, through or they found out through just popping into their head and be like, oh my goodness, you know what? They were probably like this because of this. Or maybe this happened because of this. I don't know. Something just kind of clicked in their head and kind of makes sense now. And it just gave them a wealth of abundance of compassion. They have an abundance of compassion for you, which which I feel like you might have felt that was being withheld from you in this connection. Like, they might have felt love for you. They might have felt a lot of, they might have felt that you were so interesting, and they liked you, and they loved you, and they appreciated you, or they respected you, but there was like a lack of compassion, or there was a definite lack of compassion I'm feeling. For what? Lilac. First emotions of love. Yeah. I feel like they kind of killed your heart because they were your first love, or you were their first love, or because this connection was showing emotions of love, first emotions of love, like true love. And I feel like they're realizing that now, and they killed something. They killed your hopes or passions, or I don't know, maybe you always, if this is like a connection where you didn't separate, like it could have been like that. You had high hopes for your romantic love life or your life in general, and they kind of, where they're coming from, they probably maybe killed those dreams for you because they love you so much they decided to settle for who they were. Or if you had little to no communication with this person, like they might have like literally killed the conversation or killed the connection because they didn't understand that there was like real, true, divine love here sprouting. Yeah, and if this is someone like new that you've just been dating or have been seeing recently or has come back into your life, it's kind of like they've been kind of, so I'm getting like shut up and put up. So it's kind of like they were willing to let this just kind of disintegrate and go nowhere or just stay the same because they didn't understand the potential of the love that you had. How do they feel about you? Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Wow. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. So I feel like there's about to be a huge conclusion to this energy. With the World card in reverse, we can see that there's something new beginning for you and this person, either separately or together. That is yet to be seen, but depending on your specific connection. But there is closure. There's definite closure coming. So no matter where this connection goes afterwards, there's definitely a feeling of things are going to be clear. They're going to be forced to kind of reach out to you with this kind of clarity. Whatever happens, however that happens, I mean, it is meant to kind of show you that your dreams are possible, either with this person or the next person, that you are meant to have that kind of romantic love life, that you're meant to have that kind of physical life for yourself, for your future. So there's a lot of clarity and conclusions and wrapping things up, finality, and just kind of a feeling of, yeah, I knew this. I can't believe they didn't know that. Like, I'm so glad that they've come clean, or that I've gotten like confirmation on this, and that like I know I can move on now with them or with this next person, like confidently knowing that I'm gonna get what I deserve. Just a beautiful life and a beautiful romantic life as well. This Justice card, yeah. I kind of caught it as it kind of rolled over my arm. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful Justice. You are more than happy to receive this beautiful cosmic justice. Nine of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, I saw prosperity and then a Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you do get a lot of actual physical abundance, because this is kind of like concluding a very big energy with this person. It like comes full circles. It completes. So whether you start a new cycle with this person or you start a new cycle with another romantic interest, like it's like, because this whole big drama ended and you did your part, and now they've been alerted that you've done your part. They've been alerted to what actually happened in this connection. They've been alerted to what your love was about and what your intentions and your divine intentions were. They're going to be kind of forced by spirit to kind of wrap this up for you. By being aware. And once they acknowledge this huge energy that you've been working on because of this connection, you're going to get like literally actually money or some sort of like windfall of money, or a home, or a new raise at work, a new position at work, a new promotion, or I don't know, success in your business, or success in your life physically somehow. Okay, so I want to see, like, what is this person about? Temperance and the Three of Cups. I feel like you might entertain this person a little bit. Like you might stay friends with them, or you might keep this person on while you kind of entertain like dating other people, but you're kind of keeping things open because there is a lot of big energy here between the two of you, and they did help you kind of achieve a lot, even though you both kind of did it separately in your own minds, in your own way, without the other person really physically being there for you. You kind of like, okay, well, it's worth it to kind of keep this person around for a little bit until I figure out what's next. Stay as friends, see how it goes. Maybe we can continue being friends. Maybe there can be a potential like romantic interest. We'll see. And I like that for you. I think that's a good way to go. So how do they feel about you within the next few months? Okay, so I feel like this is happening pretty soon. Yeah, because I'm getting like shift the way to new potentials. So it's kind of like things are shifting in a very raw and sacred way right now, like very strongly. They're getting like punched in the brain to come like wrap this cycle up with you. Conclusions. Yeah, and closure of this cycle. The abundance that you receive for dealing with this cycle, for all the things that you've learned in this cycle. I mean, and on top of that, you feel really good. You're like, yeah, finally, after all this time, I get like the truth, or I get like the acknowledgement or something like that. But yeah, this happens within the next few months. Yes. Okay, so I'm getting, it's very positive. I'm getting this like a win-win situation for you. Like either way you go, it's very positive for you and the right direction for you to go in. What is this yes about? Let go, but it came out in reverse. So I feel like it's not the right time. I feel like good things are happening for you. Like I feel like you're getting like a lot of success in career. You might be getting a lot of like other romantic interests or other soulmate level connections coming through for you. Maybe a lot of soul family coming through. A lot of opportunities. a good time for you to kind of just enjoy life. Like I feel like there's a lot of things settling in for you because you just completed a huge cycle that involved this person in a very big way. So you're receiving all this abundance, and so it's kind of like it might feel really good in the beginning, and you kind of want to like have them stick around to see what you want. And it's like, oh, maybe it's not the right thing. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe I should let it go. It's kind of like you're not testing them, but it's kind of like you're seeing for yourself, like, hey, if this is something I really want, like now the lines of communications are open. Now there's like an opportunity here if I so choose, like an option, but like I'm going to let it go and see how I feel, See what happens. Okay, so how do they feel about you? I know I was a distraction from your pain. So I'm getting that they realize that they caused a lot of pain to you. And they were a huge distraction for you to get what you want. And despite all that has happened between the two of you, you did your inner work, you did the things you wanted to do in life, and now you're reaping the rewards. So it's like, even though this person put you at like put you at a detriment in your life, like put you like behind, you like caught up and then even went ahead. And that's why you're getting all this like rewards right now. And it has to do with this person, but it probably has to do with like other things in your life too. But this person kind of like caused like, it kind of felt like this person caused you to kind of delay things or distract you from other things. I hid who I really am from you. So this person, I mean, there's some sort of feeling of cut off. You were cut off. Whether you're in this relationship with this person or this is new or this is little to no communication, like it felt like they cut you off. And at the first signs of emotions of love, true love, and why they did that, for what reason, like you might get some answers or some clarity as to that now, or you might be able to put it together from the little amount that they say to you or the little amount that you figure out that they've come to realize. But I feel like, yeah, there's a sense that I don't know, they didn't leave you in a good place. But yeah, this is ending a cycle. You're both spiritually growing, so they need to shift out of your life in order for you to have this new potential. Or this connection needs to shift into a new potential connection. Whatever happens, you came closer than anyone. Yeah, whatever happens, like I feel like this is your choice, and I do feel like you probably let this person go. Is there potential for it in the future? Maybe if you so choose, but I feel like this conclusion, this kind of getting clarity, them getting clarity, them reaching out to you, I feel like for most of you is physically, through communication, or through seeing you, or through talking to you, or through energy. You definitely came closer to anyone else in their life. I feel like this specific reading, pile number 4, has been completely draining, completely confusing. It's kind of like the energy is being blocked for me, and it's really frustrating dealing with this person and this energy. Like I just want to like shake them and be like, just say it, just say the thing. Like stop. I don't like this energy. It's like I get it. Like this person is infuriating. I feel like, but I feel like, they get it now, and they're meant to come to you physically. And if this is like a good connection, or if it's like a rekindling of a connection, like it's for like clarity between the two of you, and you might need some space before you give this another shot with your person. But if for a lot of you, this is something you're just going to let go because, like, I'm moving on to something better, and maybe you didn't think that something better existed before. Okay, so how do they feel about you? Last messages. Play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Yeah. So I do get a feeling that, if anything, you don't mind, like, talking to them. You don't mind keeping them in your circle for a little bit and seeing how things go. There is a feeling of, like, just like kind of letting go of any expectations with this connection, even if they come back, even if things are more clear with them and you, because you just want to, like, be in good energies, and you don't want to make any, like, hard or fast decisions while everything's so new, fresh, and raw, and just kind of letting things be, like, playful. And if they're good energies, allowing good energies to be around you. If they're not, then letting them go and taking some space so you can get your energies up and be more in a playful place. So use your best judgment. If they're good for you, it's fine to kind of be playful on this connection. If they're not good for you, then it's probably best to kind of give this space. But either way, it's best for you to kind of look out for your fun and enjoyment, and that will lead you in the right direction. What's fun for you? What's feels like it can be celebrated. I feel like you should be celebrating. Like, you have clarity, and this person finally gets it, which releases you from them and gives you the abundance that you worked so hard for. And if with all that abundance coming through, you should be able to celebrate and play and feel like, spend that money, have that fun. You deserve it, and don't let anyone, like, if they're gonna bring you down from celebrating and being in that playful energy, they just shouldn't be around you. But if they are playful, then it's all right to talk to them once in a while. But as for what you should do with the situation, you'll know once you have some space and some time, but just play in the meantime. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, I'd love a like or comment. It's very helpful to me at this time. I wish you so much love and light, and have a beautiful rest of your day.